sometimes we believe that it's gonna be okay. And that's that old religion in us that just goes way back. But sometimes you just gotta take the time and say, okay, let me go find out what I'm missing. There's just little things that normal everyday folk don't think about that we've had to think about. I'm responsible for me, you're responsible for you. And when we get that mindset, when we understand that if I do little things, I'm gonna change my circumstances.
What's going on, Rouge Collection? I'm Gary Chambers, and I'm here with former Chief of Police, Chief Jeff LeDuff, and his son Kelly LeDuff. How y'all doing today?
Great.
So you guys have a brand new business venture that you've jumped off into together. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, it's a culmination of a lot of work. You know, when I was in law enforcement, I did a lot of teaching, and we had opportunities in my career to bring information to the community. Doing serial killers and when things were tense. And we actually came up with a program to help women particularly have tools that gave them a plan to be safe. And if that plan failed, we had information to give them on how to defend themselves, because you know, society has taught our women forever that they are the weaker sex. But we show them that they have strengths and that they can be successful in defending off an attacker and making it back home. And that's ultimately our goal, is to make people realize that their safety is theirs.
So I had the opportunity to sit in tonight on the Open Eyes training. And you know, Kelly, how is it to work with your dad after he's done so many years of service on a project like this?
I mean, it's an awesome thing, and this was my idea. We had tragedy strike our family close to home. My uncle was murdered here in Baton Rouge, and when the dust settled on that, I always knew I wanted to do something to try to make a difference and impact people. And the only thing I could think about was what my father had done previously. When Derek Todd Lee was here, he did classes similar to this in churches all throughout the city. So I always said to myself and to my dad that, you know, one day when we have the means and the time, we need to get together and make this a viable business and put it in the city of Baton Rouge to try to make a difference. So that's what we did. And to answer your question directly, man, I mean, it's the best thing in the world to be able to work with your father. You know, to be in a place where we both have the time and actually can sit down and do it. You know, in our community, too many people either don't have a father or run from their father. We don't have that situation. And I pray to God that one day when my son's old enough, he do the same for me. But I love it, I'm learning, and I believe that this is something that I can continue to do long after he stops.
So from both of you, what would you say is the biggest thing that someone takes away from Open Eyes self-defense training?
It identifies things that we take for granted. We really look at a holistic approach to working, living, playing, educating yourself. No matter what you're doing, we get you to look at what we can do better. Because criminals look for voids. And we identify that for our participants. And by void, I mean they look for opportunities. If we take away opportunities, we make our circumstances better. You know, law enforcement does a great job. And you know, I'm a little bit biased because that's my group. You know, it's a tough job, and they're out there every day. And some of the initiatives like Brave is really paying dividends in our city. We're seeing great decreases. But when I was chief, I said every day, and I'll say it still today, that ultimately, each individual is responsible for their own safety. And if I do things a little better, if I can identify, and that's what we do, we try and identify little things that you can do better in your life that take away those opportunities. If we take away the opportunities, we're at less risk of being a victim of a crime.
You, Kelly?
I mean, I think one of the most important things that I stress is America is the only country, United States, the only country in this world that doesn't have a fighting style. You know, you've got karate and jiu-jitsu, and if you look at the crime rates and the murder rates in these places, it's extremely lower than what we see here in America. And that is because people know how to defend themselves. My goal is that we get to a point where criminals stop and think about attacking a woman. And they say, well, I know in this city, 9 out of 10 of them know how to protect themselves from what we're doing. And like I said earlier, car insurance was an unheard of thing years ago. Now you get fined out the you know what if you don't have insurance on your vehicle. But the guys and women that went around knocking on people's doors trying to sell car insurance are doing the same thing that we're doing now. And I hope we reach a point where you're the minority if you hadn't been through something like this. Not saying it has to be us, but just, you know, you have an alarm on everything in your life. Why not have an alarm on your safety? What's more important than that?
Right.
You know, that's more important than the gas running out of your car. You got an alarm for that. You know, that's more important than an alarm on your house. You can know they're coming, but do you know what to do if they actually come in?
So, what is, Chief, one thing that you could tell our we have a lot of young females that support the Rouge Collection. What's one bit of advice that you could give somebody to help them, especially with the holidays coming up, to help them stay safe right now?
Just what our title says, open your eyes. No matter, listen for the games, listen for the gimmicks, listen for the scams. Be prepared when you go someplace. You know, have a plan. Let people know, believe in the buddy system. I communicate with my family. I'm not saying Kelly knows everything I'm doing, but we communicate. Hey man, I'm running out, you know, I'll be back after a while. I don't want that to be, if something were unfortunate was to happen to me, I don't want that to be a long void before somebody knows that I'm in some kind of distress somewhere. So that the holiday season is the biggest scam season of the year. People are desperate. People, criminal-minded people are out there. They're looking to get over every opportunity they can. You have to be able to read through all the mess, read between those lines, and see what's in front of you, and then react accordingly. Have a plan. Be prepared. Know it's out there, and just avoid it. You know, you can see it coming.
So, Open Eyes is one venture that you got going on. You know, since taking the step back and retiring from the police force, what's been going on with Chief LeDuff?
You know, I tell folks all the time that people now want to hire you not because of who I am, but because of who I was. And you know, I do consulting. We have picked up a lot of experience over the years. Remember, I was the chief doing Katrina. Mm-hmm. You know, I hit the ground running. And so there's a wide open field out there in the corporate world. And I was working in the corporate world. I went to work for the Baton Rouge General Health Systems as the director of security. And I have recently gone into a bit of a slow down role. I don't want to work every day. Mm-hmm. So I am a consultant in the medical industry.
Okay. And Kelly, what you got going on?
Oh man, in June of this year, I retired from the railroad. I was the senior manager over all railroad operations for Canadian National. Yeah, after 10 years, you can retire. I gave it up. After 10 years, I wanted a chance to see what was out there. I've been a business owner downtown now for 4 years, and I'm blessed enough to be financially stable through that so that I could explore other things. So got some real estate ventures I do along with the business, and then right now Open Eyes is what I'm focusing on 100%.
I think the city really needs this. I definitely think that this is something that's needed, and especially going through and seeing what you guys teach the ladies. Chief exposed me tonight, you know, with my hand out there. I'm a big boy, and he touched the back of my head. My head is down, but I definitely think that this is something people need. We ask a signature question in every interview. I'm gonna ask you both. I'm gonna start with young Kelly, and then I'm gonna come to you, Chief. If you could make one statement to every single person in the world, what would it be and why?
No, not a length. I don't have a limited amount of words I can use. One statement to anybody in the world. Chase your dreams. You know, it's okay to see things in your sleep and wake up and believe that you can do them. I'm a testament to that. I've done a lot of things that I wasn't supposed to do. People have biased opinions about me or where I come from. When I left my house, my dad was a motorcycle cop. I had humble beginnings just like everybody else. And I saw things in my head while I dreamed, and when I woke up, I put my shoes on and made them happen.
You, Chief?
Care. I think the most forgotten word in Webster's dictionary is care. Care about how you go to work, care about your education, no matter what phase of life you're in, care about it. Care about the person standing next to you, care about the old lady down the street that's by herself. Do something kind for her. Just, I don't think we care enough anymore. And I think that if you put care back in everything you do, it makes it easier to do. One, it makes people see that you are really attentive to the task at hand. But more than that, it says something about you as an individual. I cared about every job I've ever had. I'm known for being the police, and that's what I did to feed my family. But honestly, it was easy to be the police because I cared about the people in this community. I really do. I still do.
That's real good. So how do people find out how to get in contact with you guys with Open Eyes?
We have a website, www.openeyesafetytraining.com. Email address is openeyesbr, abbreviation for Baton Rouge, @gmail.com. We're on Facebook, Open Eyes Safety Training. A good number to call is 225-313-9713. We do all types of events, group sessions, single sessions. We just did a 200 women for Louisiana Association of Admin Assistants. So we get around, we move a lot. We'll come to you, you come to us, and we'll make it happen.
Well, this is Gary with the Rouge Collection, and I definitely want you ladies to check out Open Eyes Safety Training. It's something that's going to be really beneficial for you.